Welcome back to another episode of Merrill Production Outdoors. Today, we're going to talk about some tips for beginning turkey hunters, because at one time, even myself was a beginning turkey hunter. And whenever I was a beginning turkey hunter, I did not know hardly anything. I had to learn from just old heads around me, my dad, guys that I've leased property from. And whenever I started managing property for people, I really started learning about turkey hunting. And really just how addictive and passionate this is for us as turkey hunters. The 6 things that I really wish I'd have known about turkey hunting before I ever picked up a shotgun, bought a tag or license, and went into the woods. So this is something that I'd like to talk about. The very first thing is make realistic goals whenever you're a first-time turkey hunter, okay? Make realistic goals. And whenever I mean by realistic goals, just go out and hear a turkey, man. Turkey sounds. It don't matter if it's a hen or a gobbler. It doesn't matter, because you're just hearing turkey sounds. This alone will give you so much confidence in the woods, knowing that you're able to hear a turkey. You know what the sounds are. You've done memorized in your mind. You've done heard so many gobbles. You've done heard so many hen cuts, so many turkey fly down calls, cackles, puts, fighting, purrs. I mean, it's just everything, right, under the sun of turkey sounds. As you can hear, Blue over there is just giving me reassurance and moral support. So anyway, take it from him. Just hear a turkey sound. That will make you confident knowing that you're in an area that has turkeys. The second thing I'd like to talk about is finding the right turkey call. In the world of turkey calls, there are hundreds of different kinds of calls, companies, ways that they make them, reeds, diaphragms, pot calls, box calls, slates, just everything, right? So this is what I'm going to suggest for a new turkey hunter. Find a call that you can make a sound that is realistic easily. Try to find something up. It don't matter if it's a box. It don't matter if it's a mouth call. It doesn't matter, man. Just if you, a person, can pick it up and you can make turkey sounds, stick with something that's that variety, because you can only get better at that point in time. Practice makes perfect, people. Look, this is something you don't learn overnight. This is something that takes years of education and trial and error to learn. Okay, look, I've bought some calls that were like $120, man, and I threw them in the trash immediately because they were horrible. But here's the thing, is that I didn't know everything that I know now. And that comes up to the next thing I'm about to talk about, is whenever you're making realistic sounds and you're in an environment, okay? This is the United States. I live in the United States. I live in Mississippi. This is central Mississippi that I base and host this out of, but there is like tons of different demographics of terrain in the United States. You have deserts, you have the southeast that's full of swamps, you have pine ridges, you have mountains, you have the Appalachia, you have just high desert plains over in Oklahoma and Texas, and then you go up to Kansas in the middle land. I mean, it's so much. So I guess what I need to say, or what I'm trying to say, is find a call that does good in the environment that you can naturally pick up, or you can easily pick up and start yelping or making turkey sounds with. This is very important to know and be able to see, and not only see, to hear what that sounds like in the environment that you're about to use it in. Hopefully, this will be something that everyone can pick up over time. This is something that, again, I've noticed this and found out whenever I started doing turkey tours. I've been doing this on camera now for 2 years. This will be the second turkey tour. But I have personally been in environments and areas and states that I did not understand what I was doing at the time. But now, I just wish I knew now what I should have known then. And a lot more turkeys would have been on the ground. I would have learned a lot more. And going into the next thing, this is what we're really going to link up with, okay, is called woodsmanship. How good are you in the woods? Not only are you good in the woods of hunting, are you good in the woods of maneuvering? Are you good in the woods of knowing and understanding how your land and terrain actually lays out? This will get most turkey hunters discouraged more than anything, is not knowing the land. And there are several different ways that you can do, or you can use technology. You can use satellite mapping off your phone. You can use Google Earth. In my case, I have a drone, a DJI drone that I get most of the layout of the land whenever I put that thing up about 200 feet up in the air and just look. If I'm really trying to home in on something and try to really pick part of what's going on, first thing I do is I put that thing in the air. I go ahead and put myself onto a 1020 HP, and I'm about to go ahead and scan that thing really, really well. I'm gonna try to look for any kind of ditches. I'm gonna look for any kind of low creeks or feeder creeks, bodies of water, any kind of thickets, fence lines, any kind of natural borders that will keep a turkey from crossing, a turkey from being henned up, a turkey that is possibly in a thick area that has like a natural barrier where you have to know where the barrier ends and where you can move up and try to do your stalk. This thing is not just something you learn overnight. This is something like, I could write this whole book full of notes, tips, and everything else. Man, that's not gonna mean nothing, okay? And I'm just 32 years old, man. I'm not no great turkey hunter, but I've killed a few turkeys and I've caught a few turkeys in. I absolutely love the sport of turkey hunting. That's why I do it. I'm sure that's the same reason you're watching this video, is because you're a turkey hunter or you're trying to get into turkey hunting, right? Bringing new people into turkey hunting. This is one of the most important things that really needs to be talked about. Having new life coming into turkey hunting is going to promote so many things. The first thing is that you're going to have new money going into the conservational effort of trying to raise habitat for the eastern turkey to be able to live, okay? Then you have the traditions, the personalities, the passions, the legacies, and all the stories of turkey hunting. Turkey hunting and going out is amazing, it's phenomenal, it's dynamic, but hearing real stories of turkey hunting, the misses, the kills, the long hours, the early rises, the late waits, these are what dignify and truly put character into turkey hunting. Tip that really is important, and I hope that this one really sticks with somebody. Please do not compare yourself to other turkey hunter successes or defeats. Please do not try to make yourself into this, that, or the other, because honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Each hunter has their own path to go down. Success and levels of success are only reached once the hunter is able to keep completing their levels and rising. Okay? I know it's hard to say. I know it's hard for, you might be a small-time creator like myself that just likes to make good hunting content and tries to be a little educational along the way. And you might see someone that has a little bit more better views, but you, when I say views, I'm talking about actual people that watch their show. And you're talking or thinking to yourself, man, I think I'm a way better hunter than that person. Look, get that out of your mind, because you really don't know. You really don't know that. You don't know that person well enough to really just go off an assumption, because at the end of the day, whenever you're watching people on social media, 95% of the time, it's people you really don't even know. And you're going to give an opinion that you really think is good, and that person might not want to hear it. And then again, they might think that's the best like sliver of advice that they ever heard in their life. So don't compare yourself to others. Just listen to them, because you will know immediately. It will be like within 30 seconds of the story, you'll know whether they're telling the truth or not. And not trying to say that most people are like that, but you need to know. And we would not have anyone to compare and relate to. So that's what I was meaning by don't compare yourself to other hunters. Now, I have the sixth thing that's coming into play right now. This is something that I really think a lot of people mess up on, including myself. Man, I've done this so many times and it's so easy to do. We're going to get into this example in your head. you're gonna picture you're in an oak bottom somewhere, man. It's mid-March, 1st of April, and turkeys are just gobbling. You got nice, beautiful green growth coming out everywhere. It's a phenomenal morning, man. Not a cloud in the sky. It's sunny. It's like 54 degrees. You can see the breath out of your mouth just faintly as you pull your mask up as the turkey's gobbling off the roost. You see him coming to life. He's strutting on the limb, man. He's got little leaves covering him up, but you can just see that fan every once in a while, and it comes back down. He lights down onto the ground. And as you're sitting there, the first thing you do, you hear him gobble like 80 yards. And you go, there's a 95% chance you just messed that up. And it was not because of how you yelped. It was not because it wasn't good. It wasn't because it didn't sound good. It wasn't because you didn't cut right. It wasn't because you didn't use the right rhythm. Turkeys and people have a lot in common. Number one, whenever you're within like 80 yards of somebody, you don't scream and holler at the top of your lungs. You're talking just like I'm talking into this camera, as if you're sitting right here and I'm giving you personal advice, one-on-one, right? Try this instead. You just made it where I'm over here, I'm waiting, please come see me. You made it formal, easy to understand for that turkey, instead of just that. Should only really be used when you're trying to locate, or it's a long ways off and you're just trying to get him to gobble. Really and truly, a mouth call or calling is really not the answer most of the time whenever you're trying to get a turkey to spark or strike him or try to get him to gobble. Most of the time it's locating calls that do better. Owls, crows. Man, I use both of those calls at times whenever, like right now it's 1:30 in the evening. But I can use that crow call, or I could use that long just "ho" and go ahead and make him gobble, or just try to get him to gobble where you can locate him. Whenever you start putting these right here in your mouth, most people want to just blare down on it. Don't. Just be easy, be simple, be kind. Just be easy with it. Gotta remember, these are prey animals. They're not some kind of predator. As much in our mind think that turkeys are, they're big and bad, and they are whenever they like to fight. They are. I mean, they can get after it. But here's the thing. They're still a prey animal. They're still spooky. So, in conclusion of all this, watching this, if you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing, as we are on our journey to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to grow this channel, not only just for myself to be able to go around, but we're also trying to put new people on the channel. We're trying to bring people in that are starting new channels. There's some that might not have but 100 subscribers, some might not have but 50. But we're trying here at the MPO, Merrill Production Outdoors, introduce more people into the outdoors, and we are starting to adopt some of these other channels and bringing them into slowly, okay? They're still going to be their channels. They're independent entities just like I am. But we are starting to work together and making a coalition of people and hunters. This is what we've really been wanting to do here at Merrill Production Outdoors for a long time. And it looks like now, after 2 long years of being on social media doing this, we're finally going to be able to have some collaborations with other big time channels. Because growth is the only way that we can learn and have other opportunities to learn from other hunters. So in conclusion of this, man, thank you for watching this of Merrill Production Outdoors. I'm Quentin Merrill, your host as always. Hopefully we get to see you on the next one. We're only 2 weeks out, man. No, we're not. We're not 2 weeks out no more. We are 13 days away from the start of turkey season. So please, please, go out, buy you some tags, buy you a license, go ahead, get ready, man, because 26 Turkey Tour will be starting very soon. New videos will be on the way. There are some videos that are slowly being leaked out right now from last year. They're going to be mixed in with these, and we're just trying to make some good videos for y'all to enjoy. So, needless to say, Merrill Productions